Well, good morning, guys. Very wet night last night. It rained most of the night. I crawled in the hammock about 9:30, and it was okay for the first couple hours, and after that it just rained off and on. It came in a thunderstorm also about 2:30 that woke me up. So not the greatest night's sleep, but it wasn't bad. Pretty chilly, if you notice. I've got my hoodie on right here. The Outdoor Vitals hoodie that I got. It's keeping me warm. Legs are a little chilly because I only have shorts on, but oh well. I checked the temperature. It's actually 43 degrees right now here. So it got a lot cooler tonight, or last night, than what I was planning. So definitely the plan on going home today versus staying tonight might be a good idea, because it was, I mean, they're calling for upper 30s right now. And, you know, I'm still feeling a little bit under the weather. I do feel a hair bit better. My throat's not quite as sore today, not as congested. But I just don't want to push it with the cold weather. So, yeah, going to head home. And we'll start getting packed up. And then we'll hit the trail. And I think it's about 2.5 miles to the Jeep. So that shouldn't be too bad. The trail is going to be extremely muddy. I mean, even the campsite's really muddy. So, yeah, we'll do what we can do, guys. Well, guys, I'm on trail now. It's about 11:15. So I took my time getting packed up because everything was good and wet. Even with everything under the rain flies, things got damp just because of the humidity in the air. It's really wet. But the good thing is, if you notice, the minute I stepped on the trail, literally, the sun finally popped out. So that's kind of cool. It should start warming up a little bit. It's still a little chilly. I'm okay. I went ahead and took my hoodie off because I figured I'd get warm on trail. Plus I thought the sun might be trying to peek out. It was trying to a few times when I was finishing up packing up, but to come out like it is now, yeah, that's really nice. So it should be a pretty decent hike out, other than the ground being very soggy. If you notice, it is very wet, but it rained most of the night, so I expect that I will have to watch some of these declines and such, because it will be slick, especially towards the end of the trail. That large incline I faced the other day, it is very slick through there. I've actually been in that section and seen people fall even when it's dry. So in fact, one of the very first times we ever came to Zaleski, not the first time me and Jenny did, but when we came as a group a few years ago for Shane's birthday, it was, I believe, when Shane turned 17, or might have been when they turned 18. That's what it was. So it's been a few years. Anyway, Shane actually fell at the very end of the trail and got banged up. That's one reason we had planned on staying an extra night then, and they got hurt. We had to actually take them home, take them to the hospital. So yeah, I mean, you know, nothing serious, but enough that they slipped. So we'll have to watch my footing. If you notice, a lot of this ground here is very silty, and that does make the ground very slick and kind of treacherous when it's wet. It's a good day to be on trail. Really comfortable temperatures. You know, like I said, it is a little bit chilly, but it should warm up as I move through the trail. Got about 2.5 miles. I think it's about 2.25 actually, to get over to the Jeep. So really not too bad. And then I've got like a 2-hour and 45-minute drive home. So it should be a pretty easy day. I'll be home probably by mid-afternoon, and I'll avoid that cold weather tonight, and can go home and get me some honey-laid tea and hopefully soothe my throat and get over this, so maybe I can get back out here in a few weeks on another trip. Last time I was here at Zaleski, I actually found a compass hanging in a low-lying bush along the trail. It's a little bit further up that direction. And I thought it was kind of weird because it's a real nice compass. I picked it up. I mean, I didn't know whose it was. I figured they dropped it. You know, I even posted online about it if anybody wanted it. Never heard anything. But I'm coming up through here, and right over there, I'm not gonna walk over there because it's really muddy right through there, but if you can see, there's a glove hanging in that tree. That actually wasn't there when I came through the other day. So it's really weird now that I've been in here a couple of different times and just found random things hanging in bushes or trees. I don't know. and like I said, that's the second time now. And I know no one came through this direction yesterday. I mean, of course, I mean, there are other small trails that maybe they took and went a different direction, but they didn't go by campsite 1. And a random glove just hanging in the in a tree. I don't know, it's kind of weird. I don't know where that could have came from. And why anyone would hang it there and just leave it. I mean, I guess, you know, maybe they stopped at that point in time and snacked water and just forgot they hung it on the tree and took off. But once again, I never saw anyone yesterday, so that's kind of a mystery there, guys. All right, and show you the state of the trail. This is muddy. This is one of the worst spots for mud, though, in this section. If you can tell, the trail goes up that way. We came down from there, so it's a watershed. Yeah, it's a muddy mess. It's gonna be fun to kind of walk through. I'm probably gonna sink a little bit. See what happens. Got my sticks out. Just gotta find the right spots to go here. Shoes are gonna need a little washing when I get home, probably, or a good dusting anyway. Probably let them dry off and just dust them. Don't like washing my shoes all that much. Yeah, I'm sinking. Oh. Oh. All right, let's try. Yeah, nice and muddy, guys. Oh. Okay, got over here to the side a little bit. All right, not too bad. A little mud on the shoes, but nothing major. Didn't even get my feet wet. So I just saw my first people since I started this trip. There's 3 of them heading over to site 1. They stopped and talked for a second. I told them it was pretty wet last night, that the site's pretty damp. I said, if you guys go up the hill, I left you quite a bit of firewood. So they were kind of excited about that. I said, you probably won't have to gather it too much unless you want a big one. So nothing else. I helped them guys out. I don't mind it. You know, I had every intention of using it myself, but things didn't pan out that way. And you know, there's been a number of times I've been into a site late at night and there's been a little bit of wood left for me. So pay it forward, guys. They were loaded down though. They had winter equipment basically where it's supposed to be cold tonight. Decked out in long sleeve shirts and everything. I'm burning up right now. The humidity is going up. I checked it. It's still at about 80%. That probably will go down as it cools off tonight though. I'm definitely enjoying being out here on the ridge where it's not quite so muddy and it's getting sunny. So things are drying out a little bit. It's still kind of soggy, but not super wet and like where you're going to slip and slide all over the place. As long as you're watching your footing, you're okay up here. Got an incline coming up. I have a few of these and then it'll be all downhill from there. I remember this little area right through here. Jenny and I come through here and there was a number of vines and we were just kind of messing around with them, just having fun. Don't see those vines now though. It's a pretty area. Zaleski is pretty for woods walking. It's more a new growth forest though. You can tell there's no large trees, or at least not many of them. And here we come to an incline, guys. One of the few I have today. Well guys, I got done with the trail, came down the incline, back at the Jeep, over here at the Hope Schoolhouse parking lot and the entrance to Zaleski. That's a pretty good trip. The weather, for the most part, held out for me. Did get a little wet last night, as you saw. Beautiful today. It's gonna be a great drive home. It's actually getting pretty warm. It's low 70s right now. There's a breeze that does make it a little chilly, but I think that's just where I was wet. One thing I suggest to all you guys who are out, always take a change of clothes to change into for your drive home. It helps your body recover a lot faster after being on trail, and it's more comfortable to drive home than being in your nasty, dirty, sweaty hiking clothes. So that's what I've done. I've changed clothes. I feel pretty good now. Basically something really comfortable to drive home in. So guys, thank you for joining me on this little trip. I enjoyed it. I hope you guys have too. If you did, make sure you subscribe, like, and share the video with everyone else. If you have any questions or comments, make sure you hit the comment section down below. We'll get back to you as fast as we can. Normally it takes about a week or two, depending on what's going on and whether I'm out backpacking or stuff's going on at life. But anyway, guys, I'm gonna make the 2 hour and 45-minute drive home. We'll see you on the trail next time, somewhere else, I'm sure. Until then, guys, take care. Always remember to live your grand adventure to the fullest.